Hey, what's up, guys? John here. Masks are back, and they're back in a very big way. And you have to take into consideration we're in mid-July right now, and masks are back. Imagine what will likely happen, potentially, come October, November, December, January, February, the cold months. Odds are there could be a bigger problem, and with bigger problems come bigger solutions. And those solutions might be eviction moratoriums coming back. Now, we already know Los Angeles has an eviction moratorium in place until June of 2023, but I believe that this is going to get out of hand. I think it's going to have a massive impact on the real estate market. And this is also coupled with the fact that 50% of all U.S. workers are scheduled to be in the gig economy, meaning work for themselves, side hustles, doing things online to make money. And so when you have 50% of the economy that's going to be working as in the gig economy, what is that going to do? It's going to pull more people out of the opportunity of buying a house. And why would that be? Well, it's because lenders require 2 years of stable income and cash reserves and good credit. And when you're in the gig economy, your income is not stable. Some months are good, some months are bad, some months you don't make any money, especially in the beginning. But what is that going to ultimately do? It's going to force more people to become renters, meaning that rents are likely going to continue going up. But the big question then is, if they're in the gig economy, do they need to live in a place like New York City or in South Beach or Miami or LA? No, they could likely relocate if they're not going to be working directly in the city, and they'd be able to save money doing it, right? They'd be able to save money doing it. And so I think that this impact is going to have a huge modification on real estate trends coming very soon. Take a look at just how fast this is escalating just over the last day and a half to 2 days. As of right now, Bart's, they have their new mask. This is expiring on Monday, right? We'll see how that goes. Athens, Georgia is reinstating. Ventura County is initiating. You have Lincoln, employees are required. And right now, California returns, all California is returning. Orange County is, Los Angeles is pushing for it. So you're going to start to see this pop up, and as this begins, what's ultimately going to happen, right? Biden is pushing for this as well. This is going to be the obvious next step. Mask, then protections. Protections, you look at what landlords are going through right now in the overall economy. Whether they're even in South Florida, there's still massive defaults. But if you look at what's going on right now, you have interest rates rising. What does this mean for when you buy a multifamily property or rental property? It means that the cash flow in that building is going to be depressed because the cost of the debt is more expensive. And so with that, they have depressed income on their properties, and with more risk associated. If there's a moratorium that comes forward, buyers are going to want to be compensated for that risk. And if they're taking on a more expensive debt to buy the property, they're going to want a bigger deal, a bigger discount, right? All of which is bad for landlords. All of which is bad for landlords that intend to sell. This could actually be a great thing for landlords that are looking to capitalize on this trend or maybe expand their portfolio, because there's going to be a lot of landlords just don't have the means, the financial wherewithal to be able to hold on through these times. They're firm on this. This isn't like look at how firm they are just in San Diego. So California mask mandate returns as school says wear them or stay home. Think about that. Wear them or get no education, right? So this is firm. An indoor mandate has been reinstated for students and staff in San Diego Unified School District amid rising across the country. The latest surge is being driven by highly transmissible variant, prompting concerns that it could mean a return of broad mandates in cities. This is going to likely happen here. All cities, all across the country. This is what I think is ultimately going to happen here. I think we're going to start to see this trend. It's going to have such a massive impact. People don't realize just how big of an impact this will have, because there's going to be people on both sides of the fence. Some that say, yes, I agree with it. Some that say, no, I don't agree with it. People that don't agree with it aren't going to want to go into an office covered. And those that do agree with it aren't going to want to be inside of the office. They would rather work from home, right? They don't want to take the risk in their mind. So because of this, you have two different groups of people, both of which are combating the idea of going into an office to work. So this could ultimately be a very huge shift in the housing market, the real estate market, where people live. All these trends are going to be coupled around this simple mandate. People don't realize just how impactful this is going to be on the overall economy. People are going to be choosing careers in some senses based on this. They're going to be shifting out of some careers, trying to be, fully self-sufficient online, making money online, doing whatever they can possibly do to live life on their own terms. The school district decision to reinstate came after San Diego County moved into the high category, right? The high category. Indoor masking will require all schools and districts for at least 2 weeks. The district said in a letter on Friday, we will continue to monitor the community level and county data, and we will communicate if there's any changes in 2 weeks. So we see how that's going if your student is participating in summer school, right? So here, LA Health is pushing for it. And so we're looking for this trend. We see where this is all headed, right? What I think is ultimately going to be the big trend is I think people are going to be really leaning into affordability, meaning moving places that maybe they wouldn't have moved to before because it's cheaper and they can afford it, and they can try to start a side business or a side hustle and try to offset some of their current expenses, go there and try to find a solution so they can live life on their terms. This is what I think is going to happen. I really do think that this is the beginning stages. We're in mid-July. Give it a couple months. Give it October, November, December, January, February. I mean, that's a long time, but it's only a few months from now starting. And so if this does in fact come, I can promise you real estate will have been impacted in a very big way. If interest rates continue rising at this same point, we start to see a 75 basis point hike in the next Fed meeting, and we see another 75 basis point hike, we're going to start to see interest rates rise at levels in which prices are going to have to come down in a very, very big way for real estate investors to say, you know what, I'm going to go buy that property. This is going to be a huge opportunity for the smart and savvy investor that's really connecting the dots and paying attention to where this is all going. It's going into buying season. This is where it's going. Buying season for the smart and savvy real estate investor. If you need help fixing your credit, cashnow.video, cashnow.video. If you want to learn about real estate investing, cashnow.video. And if you want to get on the YouTube grind with me, maybe you want to join the gig economy, maybe you want to start an online business, partner up with me at cashnow.video. We're witnessing the entire economy, the whole world, everything we know about it change in such a huge, huge way. This is happening quickly. It's happening definitely. Drop your comments below. Let me know your thoughts on this. Subscribe here. Also subscribe to my second channel. It's going to be an interactive call-in show, probably this upcoming week. But subscribe down below. Top link. I ordered a bunch of equipment for it. I'm going to likely be starting this either on the road or, it's going to be really cool. It'll be definitely worth the wait. So subscribe down below. And LinkedIn, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok up in the banner. And I'll catch you guys in the next video. If you're interested in being sponsored on my YouTube channel, visit cashnow.video/sponsor and fill out the application.